My previous experience with trainers since university, when I was a fitness instructor and doing like all kinds of sports related training with volleyball and rugby, I noticed that a lot of trainers weren't very dedicated to their work. A lot of them did the bare minimum to get their certificate, and then they started quote unquote personal training or you know, doing conditioning coaching, and they weren't very knowledgeable. They didn't really seem all that in it, and they just didn't. Through my training, I've been quite successful, but where I've had a problem in my life in the last few years was actually with my health, specifically a bad skin allergy or a bad skin reaction I was having all over the lower part of my body, my legs. And I went to hospitals and I had blood tests and no one could figure out what was wrong. And so I seek Daria's advice and help on maybe what I could do about it. And she asked me, you know, do the people in the hospital ever ask you about your diet or your nutrition? And I said, no, actually. And she's like, well, the first thing that's really important is what you're eating. And so she basically suggested, first thing is, she asked me some questions, you know, checked about my life and said, try not eating gluten. I thought that was a fad. I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. Sure enough, it all stopped. 2-3 weeks later, I ate some bread or something, it all came back, and I realized that, yeah, she really helped me with my skin reaction problem on my legs and in my body, and that really helped me with my training, etc. And so basically throughout my dieting process, I needed support as well, and so Daria was very supportive and very helpful. Basically anytime I had a question, she was there to answer it and help me and give me guidance and advice. Lots of times I was asking at the very beginning with the gluten intolerance that I had, like what I can eat and what I can't eat, and asking her, hey, this has got, you know, barley malt in it, does that mean gluten or not, and all these kinds of questions. I had to ask her a lot of things for a while, and she was very encouraging and helped me get used to eating gluten-free foods and eating organic foods. That really helped me with my nutritional therapy. Working with Daria was very rewarding, and it was so helpful to have her advice and to have her support and guidance. I learned that I'm gluten intolerant about myself, and I just learned how having the diet I have now can actually just really help me in terms of my lifestyle beyond just training, which then in turn does help my training a lot better because I'm resting more and I get enough sleep and I'm happier overall. And so these are the things that Daria has really done and shown me about myself and what she can do for people like me and other people. If I ever meet any friends who are having weight issues, having any kind of body issues, dietary issues, health issues, I always usually recommend them to see Daria because she's very passionate at what she does, and she'll sincerely care, she'll sincerely listen and ask you a lot of questions. So I would just recommend seeking Daria for any kind of issues like that you may have in your life with your fitness and your health. And I would just recommend that you're open and that you're not afraid to tell her anything, because a lot of information will definitely help and go a long way.